Good afternoon. This is your correspondent, Alan Taylor, and yes, I'm back again. Now I got one from the lead attorney. Uh, he's talking to a lady here, and they're getting into some deep conversation. And well, let's just check it out, see what they're talking about, see what's going on, and yeah, this what's this. It's the bottom line news.
All right, all right. Now because you were talking about ripping and running the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Miss Pat, that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
Hmm.
No, we're talking about marriage. But I'm saying if you know you're not going to be faithful in the marriage, why would you get married?
That's not what we're talking about, Miss Pat. Let me explain to you. Let me give you the scenario that we're talking about.
Let's see.
I get married to you,
Mm-hmm.
and we're married, and it's a real marriage. We don't have any kids. We're 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Our sex life is great. We love each other. We've been together for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We get married. Honeymoon. We go on the honeymoon. Sex is great. Everything's great. Come back from the honeymoon and we're living together. And you're
Okay.
working and I'm working. 3 years later, we have a baby. So you're
Mhm.
pregnant. You
Mhm.
gain a little weight. That's fine. So things are still going well. Now the baby comes, and you know it's stressful when you have a child, but everything's good, you know. And time goes on. A couple more years later, and you started gaining a little weight from the first baby. Now you've got another baby. Now you're pregnant
Mhm.
again. Things are good, you know. But our relationship, you know, now let's say we've been married for 7 years,
Okay.
and you've had the
7
second
years
baby, and
now.
now let's say you're like 50, 60 pounds overweight.
Okay.
And you know I'm working and I'm paying the bills, and you know we've been married for 7 years, so that's a real marriage. Like, you know, now we see each other, you know, it's not the honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, you know what, in your head you're just like, I don't, you know, maybe I'm overweight, maybe it's wrong, I don't know what it is, but I don't want to have sex with him anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's me, and we've got these 2 kids. Now, if we didn't have any kids and you stop having sex with me, so let's say I've gone 2 years without sex from you. I've
Okay.
waited. I've tried to been good and I've been treating you right. I've gone 2 years. So we've been married 9 years. The last 2 years, you have not given me any sex.
Okay.
All right. But I'm still in the house and I'm still taking care of these 2 kids with you, and I'm trying. But honestly, it's stressing me out because I'm a man and I have needs.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to you about it, and you're just not with it. You know, you're a mommy now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see yourself different.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if we didn't have kids, then Miss Pat, I would just divorce you because I can't. I'm not going to live the next 30 years of my life without
Mm-hmm.
sex. Is that okay?
Okay.
Let's say we don't have kids. If I just divorce you, if you stop giving me sex for 2 whole years and you're not going to give me any more sex, is it okay for me to divorce you?
Okay. Can I tackle your question?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pay attention to this now. It's about to get very serious and very dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's go.
Go back a little bit on it. Here's what I want to first say is this. When a woman is not giving her husband sex, this is what men need to understand. I get it that you're the recipient of not getting that in return, and sex is very important in a marriage. However, what you as a man wouldn't see as a red flag, if my wife is not giving me intimacy and giving me sex, something is wrong. It could be biologically wrong with her. It could be something hormonally wrong with her, because I can tell you, being a woman, as we get older, our hormonal, sometimes we're not sexual. Well, unlike men, y'all ready to pop it off and bang, 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 skeet, skeet, skeet. Y'all just ready to do that. But with us, a lot of times our sexuality, our libido, it's seasonal. And this is where men need to understand the physiological side of your wife.
Miss Pat.
Okay. 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 We've given that into consideration as well. Now let's just be logical about this. Yes, we've given that into consideration. Think about it. This is 2 years that you've been going without any type of intimacy from your wife, things like that, but you've been married for a total of 9 by now. You know, rewind it back, you'll see he did his numbers, okay? You've been married for a total number of years of 9, and then when that 9 years, you've been without sex for 2. So it, at this last point here. So now she's saying what she's saying about, physical things could be wrong, this and that, such and such. Within that 9 years, I'm pretty sure these individuals have talked, and regarding the lack of intimacy. It's, so I mean, okay, let's see what else needs to be said here.
And
Pat, though,
so,
in the Miss Pat, in the example, I waited 2 years.
but
Now
in
I
two
know, I
years,
know
I
you're,
could, but
I
what
know
I'm trying to say, it
you
could be a
said
medical.
seasonal. You said
No, no, but
seasonal.
listen, no, but listen what I'm saying. That's when she is functional. I'm saying if your wife is going 2 whole years without sex, you know it's not seasonal. You have to know there's something wrong with my wife. It could be something emotional, it could be something in her mental state, it could be something in her hormonal and physiological state. So instead of that husband saying, "Oh, it's about me, she ain't gonna give me no poo name," that husband should even let it get to 2 years without saying, "Baby, I'm going to suggest you go into your meet with your gynecologist."
That's that's part of the whole point. What did I just say? I mean, it's no way that you're going to go a whole 2 years as a man without sex from your wife and not say anything before 2 years. Come on now. I mean, you're intimate with your wife, and all of a sudden she cuts off the intimacy for 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it's gonna be some conversation that gets had in between that time before we even get to 2 years. What are you talking about?
Colleges, I'm going to suggest that if you need to meet with a therapist, what is it? We need to communicate, because I would agree. No husband should wait 2 years without having sexual relations. Sex is a major part of marriage. But that's my point. If a woman is going into 2 years, you know it's not seasonal. You know there's something a little bit more deeper wrong with the situation. So a husband needs to be aware of that instead of internalizing fear. Now I'm gonna go get some punane out on the street. Let me talk to my wife. Let me communicate. Let me try to work with her to get the help she needs.
Yeah, Miss Pat, let me assure
Okay, here
you
we go.
that when a man goes without sex for 3 months, there's communication. And after 6 months, there's more communication.
But is it the
There,
communication to get her help?
listen, Miss Pat, she is an adult as well.
Mhm.
Well, let me tell you something about women. They are not children.
Oh,
All
I
right,
get it.
you need to give
No,
children
she don't.
help. But she
Mm,
is a grown woman with
mhm,
her own mind and her
mhm.
own money because she's working and I'm paying the bills.
So it's just about money. It's
No,
not about her mental state,
it's
her
about
emotional state.
it's about her accountability as a woman. A man can
But your wife
communicate to
could be
her.
sick.
Listen,
She
Miss
could be
Pat.
sick.
Miss Pat,
She
you
could be
can
sick. Are
leave.
you concerned
Miss
that your
Pat,
wife could be sick?
Miss Pat, you're fighting the facts. Miss Pat, what did I just say?
This woman is not even trying to really logically hear what he is saying. If a conversation has been had between you and your wife should have explained the fact that she's either mentally not feeling good or her physical body is having some type of ailment. Which at that point, yes, once she's expressed that, you're supposed to take her to the doctor, take her to somewhere where she could, where we could find some help for her to understand what is going on with my wife, because she's my loved one too. She's my family as well. So yes, I'm going to want to know what is going on with my wife. I am going to want to know what is ailing her. So throughout the 2 years, and we've had talks 3 to 6 months, and then another year comes on, it's another talk. What are you talking about, woman? The talks are being had. When is the accountability going to come into space?
Hey, I said when I read this to you, I said she's capable but
Mm-hmm.
unwilling to have sex. You're saying that she's sick.
Wow.
That
She
goes
could be.
against her being capable. I read
Right.
you these
Right.
Mm-hmm.
conditions, but you
Okay. As we see the conditions. Wow. You're reading it right now. As we see the conditions. Yeah. I said number 3, the wife must be capable but unwilling to have sex with the husband. Majority of the household bills. 51% or plus. 5% willing the husband and the husband and the wife must own their children. Wow. Okay. Wow.
You want to go outside the conditions to put your own negative or your own
Okay, so
narrative.
well, let me ask you this from a woman's perspective, because here's what you
Wait,
don't
wait,
understand.
wait, Miss Pat.
Okay.
I asked you a question, and now you're asking me
Okay,
questions.
ask your question. I'll be fair to answer it. What's your question?
Here's my question.
Mhm.
If under the scenario that I presented you with, married, 1 kid, still married, 2 kids. Now the wife is 60 pounds overweight. She doesn't want it. She's capable of having sex, but she doesn't want to. She just doesn't want to. She's a mother now, right? She goes 2 years without having sex, but there are no kids. Is the man justified in divorcing her?
Absolutely. And here's where I would say that he would be, because even the Bible talks about that don't deny your spouse lest you allow the enemy to enter in. So the Bible is very pro-sex against what a lot of people think in the marital setting. But what I'm trying to get you to see, lead attorney, is this. Any woman knows this, and I get it. Why, as a man, it's not connecting with you. What I'm telling you this. No. Let me finish.
Women don't want to have sex all the time. I get it, Miss Pat.
Sir, lead attorney. Let me say this. Let me just finish my thought. When I say what's not connecting with you is this. Every woman who would call in on this panel would agree with me on one thing. They'll say to you, guess what? If a woman is capable of having sex but not doing that in a marriage, something is wrong. Something is wrong. It may not be physically with her body, but something is off in either that marriage, and something is off. When
something
we
in
are
the
healthy,
universe. Something in the universe is just wrong. Right?
Something is wrong in her universe.
Something
is wrong in her universe.
Who has the responsibility to fix it? Is it the man or the woman?
Well, let me ask you this, lead attorney.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me a question with a question. Who has the responsibility to fix something wrong in her universe? Is it him or is it her?
If he's her husband, he does, because he's the lead. Wow. He's the head. He's the shepherd.
Okay. No. Grow the French toast up. What the hell are you talking about? How can I fix something in somebody's head that I'm not a mind reader? I'm not God. I can't fix nothing that you got going on unless you able and you want to fix it yourself. What are you talking about? Buffoon? You a damn buffoon. Ooh, wee. The stupidity.
According to the word, I'm gonna give you the word tonight, baby. If he's the husband, if he's the lead, your name is lead attorney. If he's the lead, it's the husband who have to wash the woman with the water of the word. Just like Christ loved the church. Christ has to fix the church. The church don't have to fix itself because the church can't fix itself.
That's bull crap. As a preacher's kid, that's bull crap. The church got itself into this mess and the church can pull itself out. All it has to do is start all it has to do is start putting back in accountability. What are you talking about? This old woman sounds like a buffoon. I've seen monkeys climbing trees make more sense than this bonnet crazy ass bonnet old one. What the?
So when men are telling me that they're the lead, they're the head, they're the this, then that's part of being it. You have to be the caretaker. The word husband means caretaker, means fixer. So if something's off with your wife, sir, that's your responsibility as being the head, because you can't have it both ways.
Can't have it both ways. All right, well, y'all heard the word tonight.
And I love you, lead attorney. And on that note, I'm gonna bless you and give you some good night kisses. Mwah.
Shout out to Miss Pat. Shout out to Miss Pat.
No. I'm sorry, but no. It's no way possible that you as an individual, sitting around here, you don't read minds. If you consistently asking your wife what's wrong, she's not telling you, she's not giving you any type of inkling of what's going on. you begging her, let's go to the doctor, let's see this, let's try this out, let's do this, and it's still no proper compliance. Uh-uh. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry. We are all adults. All this, who's leading who and this and that. At the end of the day, if I was leading an army of 1,000 soldiers and I had 500 of my soldiers get ill, and I go to my soldiers and I ask them plain and square, what's going on? How do you feel? Why can't you move? What's going on? And they decide not to tell me anything, or beat around the bush, or just not get truthful with the situation, or just want to play around. What are you supposed to do? Cut them necks. Period. Cut them necks. It makes no sense. That's not what you do. I'm not a mind reader, and I'm not gonna guess upon you. If I ask you legitimately what is going on, what is wrong, I expect you to give me a logical answer like a mature adult supposed to. Let's not play these games. Nobody has time for your insecurities, or your shakiness, or your stupidity realm that you want to sit in while everybody else is continuously trying to live life. Nobody has time to play these kitty ass games. Grow up. Learn how to really become an adult. Express how you feel. You always talk about the man need this. Now, I don't need to express nothing to you. I need to ask you what's wrong. You need to express how you feel, because you are the person that's supposed to have the feelings within the relationship. I'm supposed to have the logic. And on that turn right there, this is your correspondent, Alan Taylor. I'm coming to you right now, lead attorney, telling you what it is about this episode. And that, my friends, is the bottom line.